The power of positive thinking and affirmations. Once you have mastered self-confidence and you are able to remind yourself daily of all the incredible things that you are capable of once you put your mind to a task, then you're going to be well prepared for the journey ahead of you, no matter where it might take you. Although life can have a tendency to throw us curveballs every once in a while, if you are able to stay grounded and keep a firm grasp on the goals you are working to achieve, then you will have everything you need to continue toward the goal and reach it successfully. Most people overlook the power of positive thinking. But the fact is that whether you are hoping to stay motivated in a business endeavor, or you are simply trying to make lasting changes in your own life for your health or overall well-being, positive thinking is one of the most empowering things that we can do to improve our state of mind and provide ourselves with the firm foundation we need to succeed. Positive thinking can sprawl into several different areas. For example, if we are full of doom thinking and we don't allow ourselves to believe in our own power, then we are not going to have the motivation necessary to succeed. As mentioned previously, it is very empowering to be able to say that we are capable of accomplishing a goal. When we aren't willing to fight the negative thought currents that run rampant in our lives, we are dooming ourselves to a life full of negativity and hopelessness. We don't have to live like that. Many of us believe we are doomed before we begin, and that to succeed means we have to change every little thing about ourselves because inherently we are failures and are not capable of achieving the goals we set for ourselves. Most of this is nonsensical self-talk that we begin to believe from the time when we are small children who aren't quite as physically and emotionally developed as the adults we are going to become. The world around us tells us that we are lacking in this way or that for several years, and it has a profound impact on us. Believe it or not, there are ways around these negative thought patterns, and many of them have already been discussed in previous sections. Whether we believe it or not, there are plenty of ways that we can empower ourselves, and if we aren't in the habit of staying positive, then it's up to us to figure out what we are doing wrong. After all, the way we think is the result of many deeply ingrained thought patterns that we follow. Our moods and emotions are often impulsive and addictive because our brains automatically link us to them, and because it is normal. It almost feels good or right for us to feel negatively. Needless to say, this isn't true. We may be masterful at tricking ourselves into believing that we are better off feeling negative and not even trying to motivate ourselves, but there is no sure way to fail. And in the long run, you don't want to fail. So do yourself a favor and really work hard to keep a positive mindset. It will change everything about your life. We said it before, and we'll say it again. We have absolute control over our lives and how we perceive the events around us. Even if they are vastly negative situations or people, we are powerful enough to filter out these situations and take the value we need from it without letting it bog us down and make us feel tired or defeated. If we're not quite sure where to start regarding a positive state of mind, don't worry, just breathe. When we aren't feeling as calm as possible and we are anxious, nervous, or angry, our brain isn't getting the same amount of blood flowing to it as it usually does. This can make the situations that we are in seem insufferable and difficult to navigate, especially since our thoughts are clouded and we have a tendency to think in extremes. When we are worked up, it is our natural, psychological response to shut down areas of our brain and ignore emotional rationality in favor of our fight or flight instincts. Many of us will shut down and sink into a depression or even degrade into anxiety attacks of sorts, while others may become hot-headed and angry, fueling negative situations rather than defusing them. As you can imagine, neither of these are very productive, especially if you are hoping to advance in a specific goal that involves time, patience, and most likely the support of the people around you. The trick here, again, is breathing. Maintaining a steady breath will help you to ground yourself even in the midst of unforeseen failures and difficulties. Instead of finding yourself angry and allowing your brain to take control of your impulses, take a deep breath and close your eyes. Don't open them again until you feel centered. Take as many breaths as you need to, and don't feel ashamed to remove yourself from a negative situation so that you can find your footing. Once you have managed to calm down, if the situation requires your input, then you can at least respond to it in a way that is cool and calm and logical rather than hot-headed or fearful. You will be able to stand your ground. Even if you are dealing with something difficult and disastrous, such as a step in the process of meeting your goal backfiring right in your face, you will not get anywhere by panicking. Instead, confront the situation with a level head so that you can continue to move forward. If you don't, then it is almost guaranteed that your motivation to move forward will be lost. You might just be so consumed by negative thoughts and associations concerning the failure or a challenge that you will be deterred from ever revisiting it again. You are the one who suffers the most from feeling negatively. It affects you in every aspect of your life. And if you are not able to see it for what it is and continue to stay stuck in your negative thinking habits, you will have a very hard time moving forward. It's almost impossible to feel motivated when you allow your negativity to control you. Being able to recognize it for what it is and empower yourself is a great step forward, and it will help you to build confidence in yourself and nurture a deep self-control you might not have realized that you were capable of. All of us struggle with negativity in some aspect of our lives, and it is a powerful emotion that can prevent us from reaching our goals, no matter how big or small they might be. Arming ourselves with positive affirmations is essential if you want to stay motivated. A daily reminder of what your goal is and why you are the most capable person of achieving that goal can be a critical element of your success. Nobody else is going to tell you every day just how important it is to meet your goal but you. Only you know how important it is. Instead of letting the hardships and challenges of the goal scare you away from it, you're going to have to smile at them and remember that every difficulty comes with an opportunity, just as Albert Einstein once said. We are always going to find lows in the path. Reaching the end of the path is definitely not going to unfold and happen overnight. There may be long, painful parts of the process, but they should be an exciting thing to encounter. These difficulties are full of texture and grit that will help you to build character and become an even more incredible version of yourself. The old adage goes, no pain, no gain, and that can be applied to so many things. If we remember that while we are facing difficulties on our journeys, then we will be able to keep in mind that our goal is just as possible as it ever was. And every bump along the way is a chance to re-examine our progress and look for new directions to go in. Things don't always go exactly according to plan, and the more we try to control something, the more frustrating it is when things seem to be going wrong. But if we are able to put a positive spin on it, we will likely find new opportunities opening up all around us, and at some point, you will be able to look back on your journey and see just how miraculous it is that your hard work got you to a point that led you to an opportunity you never would have had if you had talked yourself out of chasing your dream. Having the motivation to go forward, even in times of distress, is life-altering in more ways than one, whether you think your journey is going successfully or not. Don't let the negative thoughts or feedback of people around you get under your skin. You will have to learn how to filter out the good from the bad on your own and figure out what you can use to grow with and what is simply white noise. Criticism, without constructive information included, can just be ignored. It might seem difficult to ignore people with strong opinions, especially if you are still struggling with a little bit of insecurity. But instead of focusing on the negative things people are saying, look for the positive intent behind their words. Perhaps they are truly concerned for you because they have never been able to fight their own negativity and motivate themselves to follow their goals through to completion. Or maybe they don't mean to sound negative, and you were simply expecting to be criticized and heard what you expected to hear. If there really is nothing good about what the other person is saying, and you have discovered a pattern wherein they enjoy giving you their unsolicited advice, then maybe it would be that much better for you just to remove them from your life so that you are no longer influenced by their negativity. It may seem harsh, but actually, it's a very positive thing to do for yourself, and it can help you to get rid of some of the clutter in your mind that is preventing you from staying motivated to accomplish your goal. You can't be friends with everybody. Unfortunately, there are some relationships that simply aren't compatible. Some people are so stuck in their own negativity that they want to bring others down with them. But if you want to stay motivated, you will have to recognize these situations for yourself and have the strength to remove yourself from the situations that are hurting you. Negative people don't care much one way or another if you succeed, especially if they are the kinds of people who enjoy seeing others fail. They may not have any confidence in themselves or in you, but that's no reason for you to let them talk you into second-guessing yourself. If you suspect you may know a negative person like this and you're having a hard time untangling yourself from a toxic relationship of this caliber, it might benefit you to speak with a qualified mental health professional who can help you to empower your life and rid yourself of the toxic influence of a person who is deeply affecting your ability to move forward and achieve your dreams. Regardless of the company you keep, staying positive can be a fun process. You should do your best to encourage positive and mutually beneficial friendships and relationships. Many people have a difficult time with finding people who can continually support and inspire them. But once you find a friend that is ready and willing to give you the positive words and encouragement, it can be exceptionally beneficial in helping you keep your mood positive, no matter what kinds of challenges you find yourself facing throughout your day. Staying positive and learning to see the possibility in any situation is a cornerstone in finding the motivation that you are looking for. Instead of seeing everything as a dead end, choose to see everything as a road full of opportunities. It will help you to stay excited and make the next step and discover all the choices you have to make on your journey. There are many fresh and exciting things along the way for you to learn. Even if things don't always turn out in your favor, valuing the experience as its own learning adventure will give you a healthy, happy outlook that you can carry with you for the rest of your life.